If you love shopping at Dollar Tree as much as I do, I'm going to share with you some easy DIYs you can put together with items from Dollar Tree to make your home look high-end. Have you been to the Dollar Tree Plus section? They have a lot of fun decor items, one being this wood tray for $5. So I grabbed that at my local Dollar Tree. I'm going to start by doing a deep stain color on this tray. Now when I do that, I use a foam brush and I paint it all around the edges, and then with the excess, I'll just pull it off with a paper towel immediately after I put it on. If you want your stain to be a little bit of a deeper color, just leave it on longer before wiping it off. I wanted to add an inside tile portion, and Dollar Tree carries these peel and stick tiles, and I've had them now for a while, and I thought this would be the perfect project for these tiles. Right now, blue and white ceramic decor is a really popular trend in high-end stores, so I'm going to bring some of that blue and white trend with these tiles. So I'm going to use a piece of cream craft paper, and I'm going to use it inside my tray to create a template, and I just press it down along the edges. Then I'm going to cut out my template. Then I'm going to pull out two of those tiles from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cut one of them down to size. I'm going to cut down another tile and line it up to match with my first tile. And then I'm going to use some hot glue to hold them in place. And here's a look at how my tray turned out. According to the CNBC, on average, Americans lose up to $250 a year on late payments and overdraft fees. That's just crazy. I know with all of the subscriptions and memberships that I have, it's easy to forget what I've actually signed up for. That's why I love using Rocket Money. If you guys aren't familiar with Rocket Money, it's an all-in-one personal finance platform that helps you save more and spend less. And I want to thank Rocket Money for sponsoring today's video. I love how with Rocket Money, you can cancel unwanted subscriptions. It safely and securely identifies recurring charges and cancels unwanted subscriptions for you with just a tap. When I signed up for Rocket Money, I found 12 subscriptions that I had and 2 I wasn't even using anymore. So I quickly got rid of those subscriptions. It also finds yearly subscriptions, and those are the ones that always get me because I forget about them. So you can quickly identify those yearly subscriptions before you end up having to pay another year for them. You can also set up your budget through Rocket Money. With your budget, you can automatically monitor your spending by category. You can even get friendly notifications when you exceed your spending limits for certain categories. For me, I love being able to track my spending month to month to see if I'm on track and with my budget, or if I need to slow down for the month. Another important feature of Rocket Money is you can actually monitor your credit report, and Rocket Money will send you notifications if anything has been flagged on your credit report that you need to look at immediately. For me, this gives me a lot of peace of mind. I'd love for you guys to check out Rocket Money. I saved a ton of money by just getting rid of unwanted subscriptions that I completely forgot about. You can download the Rocket Money app and unlock more features with premium. Head to rocketmoney.com/Liz Fenwick, or you can click the link in the video description. Dollar Tree is known for having a lot of little figurines, but in higher end stores, a lot of times you'll see figurines, but they're all one color or they're all a certain stone finish. So when I saw this mushroom, I definitely wanted to pick it up because mushrooms are very popular for 2023. I thought, what if I make this a solid color to make it look a little bit more high end? So when I was shopping for spray paints, I came across this cement spray paint. I thought, this is perfect for my mushroom figurine. So I'm going to spray 2 coats on both sides with this cement spray paint, and it gives just a really matte gray appearance, and I love the way it looks styled in my decor. Around this time every year, Dollar Tree will typically put out a new line of plates and bowls in their dinnerware section. And this year I found this really colorful spring set. So I picked up a plate and a bowl. And I'm gonna make a simple tray. I love doing this with the different colorful plates. This is perfect for parties or just every day. So I'm gonna take that bowl and I'm gonna put E6000 along the bottom of it, and then I'll place the tray in the middle, trying to get it as centered as possible. Let that dry overnight. You can hand wash it and add on your favorite treats. Make sure you paint that subscribe button. If you're watching me on your phone, the subscribe button is right next to my channel name. Click the red subscribe button so it goes from red to gray. You can also click the notification bell so you can see more videos like my Dollar Tree DIYs, home hacks, and room makeovers. For this next DIY, I was inspired by a tray that I saw on Pottery Barn's website. I thought it was so pretty. I love the handles on it. So I thought, let me try to recreate this with Dollar Tree items. So I picked up a frame from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna remove the contents from my frame. Next, I'm gonna be using bamboo skewers to create the handles on the side. So I started by measuring each of my bamboo skewers at a 1-inch mark, and then I came in with some wire cutters and I cut off 4 pieces. Next, I'm going to measure out 4 inches for 2 pieces so I can make my handles, and I'll cut those with my wire cutters. Next, I'm going to mark the center of my frame so I know exactly where I should place my handles. I'm going to mark the center of my dowel rods and where I want to place those supporting pieces on either side. I'm going to hot glue 2 1-inch dowel rods for a base for my larger dowel rod. And then I'll do the same on the other side. Then I'm going to hot glue the 4-inch dowel on top of the 1-inch ones on both sides. I'm gonna add in the 1-inch dowel rods on the top just to enclose the piece and give it that really cool look. Once that has a chance to dry, I'm gonna spray the entire piece with 2 coats of a black spray paint on both sides. I'm gonna cut a piece of fabric. You could customize this and use any fabric that works for you. This was just one I had in my craft room. I'm gonna wrap the fabric around the backing and hot glue it in place. I'm gonna place the glass back in my frame and the fabric and clamp it down like you would a normal picture frame. And here's how my small tray turned out. Have you ever wondered what to do with those Dollar Tree vases that they have pretty much all year round in the floral section? Well, here's an idea to make a really cool vase. So start with one of those clear vases and remove the labels. You're gonna spray paint the vase with the color nutmeg, and this gives a really cool matte brown look. Next, we're gonna add a fun paint technique. So you're going to need a flat paintbrush. With my paintbrush, I wanted to create some notches. So I just went in with my pair of scissors and I'm gonna start cutting out notches on this paintbrush. This is going to create a feathered look for your paintbrush. Next, grab any white or cream paint. I went with like a cream paint that I had in a sample paint color, and you don't want your brush to be covered very much with paint. So put a little bit of paint on there and actually wipe some of it off so there's just very little. I'm going to start by creating diagonal strokes of my paint. Now again, you don't want this to be too heavy, so go in lighter. You can always come back in with more paint. And I'm going to continue to create diagonal lines around my vase. Then I came back in and put some horizontal lines, but really you could do anything with this. I just think it's a really fun textured feathered look. Let that dry and add in some of your favorite florals. Dollar Tree has these new hanging florals out that are so cool. I hope you guys can find them this spring, but I'm going to show you how they look styled in this vase. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Comment the word of the day, which is Dollar Tree. You guys are gonna have to let me know if you're tired of seeing paint pours, but I have a really cool technique that I just cannot wait to show you. The first thing you're gonna need are some paint pour paints. Dollar Tree has these in their Dollar Tree Plus section. They're $3 and they come in a variety of colors. You're also going to need a glass, a kitchen strainer, and some sort of canvas. So I'm gonna start by picking out the colors I wanna use and filling them up in my glass. Now, I do recommend whenever you're putting in your paint pour paints to add quite a bit of white. I feel like white is a very crucial color to help bring out all of your other colors in your picture. Okay, so this next part is definitely a fun part, but kind of a little scary too. So you're gonna take your strainer and put it on top of your cup. Then you're going to put your canvas on top of the strainer. And then this is the tricky part. You have to hold it all in place and flip it over. Then you're going to take your cup and kind of move it around your strainer, and then you're going to pick your cup up. The next part is you're actually going to pick the strainer up. What that will do is create this really cool texture on your canvas. Now, to hold on to that texture when you're moving the paint around your canvas, you want to move it very slowly. And I kind of forgot to put on gloves, so at this point I had to put on gloves. You're gonna move it really slowly so you get all the paint covering the edges of your canvas, but do it at a slow pace so you don't completely lose that texture you created from doing the strainer. And I have to say, I absolutely love the way this turned out. Love the Dollar Tree paint pour paint. So Dollar Tree, give us some more colors because this painting turned out amazing. If you've ever visited Anthropologie's website, they have so many different colorful decor items. I get so much great inspo from their decor, and when I saw these pretty vases, I wanted to try to recreate them with Dollar Tree items. So I picked up a plastic cup that was a little bit smaller. I also got one of the clear vases that they have in the Dollar Tree floral section, and then I picked up 2 of their candle holders. So I'm gonna start by spray painting 2 of the pieces green and the other 2 with a blue color. I have this wrapping paper that I picked up a while ago from Amazon to make some trays, and I'm going to be using that again. I'll link it for you down in the description box. But with this wrapping paper, I'm going to take my cup and measure how long the cup is on either side. And I'll cut out so it covers my entire cup. Then I will begin to wrap it around, hot gluing one of the edges, wrapping it all the way around the cup and hot gluing it in place. And I'll repeat those steps for the other cup as well. I'm gonna hot glue the cups to the top of my candle holders. And then I'll add in my favorite florals. One of the things I really struggle with, you guys, is air dry clay. I have tried so many different ones from like the Model Magic. I've bought some off of Amazon. I've bought some at Dollar Tree. And no matter what I do, they all seem to crack. So I would really appreciate your guys' recommendations in the comments for any clay that works well for you. Now, I'm gonna show you how I salvage this next project, but again, I had the cracks. So you're going to need a container of air dry clay. I'm gonna cut off a small piece and I'm going to roll it out with my rolling pin. Now, maybe my problem is that I make them too thin. So maybe that's something I need to make them just a little bit thicker. Now for this project, I'm gonna use some Dollar Tree florals and I'm going to press them into my clay. After I press them in, you wanna make sure that they go in far enough so you can really see the texture in those florals. I'm gonna roll the edges to create an organic look around the edge. Now, once it completely dried, I did have some cracks. So to fix what I had, I went back in with a little bit of air dry clay on the back side and just placed it along the edge and let that dry. And I felt like that did kind of save my project. Let me know if you guys have any recommendations for those clays. And then I wanted to add a little bit of paint to bring out the detail in the tray. So I'm gonna use my gold Rub and Buff. I'll link that for you down in the description box as well. But I used the Rub and Buff and a foam brush and just brushed that along where I had created that stamp texture. And then I also added the Rub and Buff to the edges, and this just creates a beautiful tray. I think these are great to put out in your kitchen or in your bathroom for jewelry or accessories. Last time I was shopping at Dollar Tree, I found this really cute butterfly vase that comes with its own paints, which is adorable. You could definitely do this as a project, but I wanted to use my own colors and kind of make it my own because I absolutely love this vase. It was $3, so in that Dollar Tree Plus section. I'm gonna be using Reden Point, which is 2023's Sherwin-Williams Color of the Year. It's this kind of pink mauve color, really gorgeous. So I'm gonna do 2 coats of that color onto my butterfly vase. Once that's dry, I really wanted the butterfly to stand out, so I'm going to use a little bit of cream and just come in and paint that over top. It's going to highlight that butterfly. And if you do too much, you can always come back in with that pinky mauve color to tone it down a bit. Once that dried, I added in a succulent that I picked up at IKEA, and here's how my planter turned out. Last time I was at Dollar Tree, I found this ribbon that I thought would be perfect for a DIY project. And I have a really quick and easy one for you. So I'm gonna use a Dollar Tree clear vase, and I'm gonna start by hot gluing my ribbon to the bottom of my vase. Then I'll wrap it around till I'm happy with the amount of ribbon that's on there, cut it off and hot glue it in place. And then you can put in your favorite candles, and this looks so pretty sitting out with a grouping of your decor. I found this new plant at IKEA and I really wanted to make a pretty vase for it because I just absolutely love this plant. So I picked up one of IKEA's white vases that are really affordable, and I wanted to have kind of like a goldish brown tan color. And when I don't know exactly what color I want, I just mix a bunch of colors together. So that's what I did. I'm gonna be using some baking soda and some paint in the colors gold, brown, and white, and I'll mix those all together until I'm happy with the color. I'm gonna paint the bottom half of the vase, and I'm gonna kind of use like a wavy line around the edge, but I want this to look really natural, really organic, so nothing that's too precise. Once that dries, I'm gonna come back in with a darker brown color and dab that along the edges. Now to tone it down a bit, I'm gonna use a little bit of cream color just to make it not such a harsh brown line. Next, I'll put in my favorite plant, and here's how it looks all together. It's your turn to vote. I love knowing your opinion, so let me know down in the description box which of these projects was your favorite, so just let me know the number down below. Don't be afraid to try that project you've always wanted to try, and remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Make sure you subscribe because I want to see you back here, and I'll see you in our next one. Bye.